just seen the Chris Eubank Jr. versus Benn final press conference, and wow, a real intense press conference. It's game time, guys. It's game time. No more banter, no more fun and games. This is real now. Just look at that for a shot. What a shot that is. It's real. Eubank versus Benn. Continuing from their fathers back in the 90s. This is real. Just look at that. The eyes don't lie, guys. The eyes do not lie. Now, Chris Eubank Jr. said a few things, spoke about what real pain is, where, you know, his father calling him a disgrace, not being there for him, the loss of his brother, his nephew asking where his father is. He says that's real pain, and the weight cut is not pain to him. Whereas you got Benn and Nigel Benn, Benn's father, of course, speaking about Conor's training, his sparring. And he was beating up the likes of William Skull, who will be fighting Claire Alvarez in a week after this fight for the undisputed middleweight championship of the world. And now he's basically saying, if I do that to the IBF champion of the world, my son can do it to Chris Eubank Jr. And Chris Eubank Jr. also had his jibes at Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, so on and so forth. Eddie Hearn also got his second in charge, Frank Smith, who's not only second in charge, but also Chris Eubank's brother-in-law. And did Chris Eubank let him speak? You damn right he didn't. Now, I don't know who's going to win, guys. I really don't know who's going to win. I think it's so intense. I think it's real. And I think both fighters really think they're going to win. I don't see any vulnerabilities on both sides. Just look at that stare down. It was so intense that people had to come in and interrupt it. I think they should have just stayed there and you know, just stare it down a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, what's the big deal? But oh well, I understand. People got things to do. But just look at that. The eyes don't lie. Now, guys, tell me, who do you guys think will win? One thing I'll tell you, expect a war. I don't think it's going to go short. I think it's going to be a long, hard war. I think both fighters are too stubborn to refuse defeat. Now, will the size be a factor for Benn? Will it be a problem? And will the weight cut be a problem for Chris Eubank Jr.? Who wins, guys? Let me know in the comments, and make sure you follow for the most up-to-date and sharpest boxing news and content on TikTok.